Many people who live a more complex and busy life suffer from depression, which has created a controversial issue in the modern society. Depression is easily born in people who tend to gain physical happiness while walking away from their peace of mind. In these circumstances, I believe that it is profitable to discuss the topic of meditation. On my travels, I was told that the best way to heal oneself is through meditation. It was a bit of a mystery to me. It occurred to me that the best person to see would be a monk, so I went to visit Monk Jag at the Buddhist Meditation Center. So I'm Sean, and you are?
Venerable Jag or Monk Jag?
Monk Jag.
Yeah, Monk Jag.
So we just want to find out a bit about how you got into meditation, and what you were doing at the time before you got into meditation.
I first got into meditation just before, during my university years, and that was when I was around about 26.
My name's Sean.
Okay, Sean, how you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good, thanks.
What was your name?
Toby.
So I'll get straight to the point. Why did you come to the meditation classes?
For this, I come because it's a good dedicated sitting. So although I have a meditation practice that I would generally incorporate to a greater or lesser extent each day, this is a great opportunity to come together with a lot of other like-minded people and to sit for an hour, and also But I suppose in answer to your question, the opportunity to really set aside that hour and without any distractions or temptations, and because you find that at the end of the hour that you just feel so much better than you did before you started.
I decided that I would also need a professional's advice, so I went to see a psychologist and the founder of Mindful Moments, Teresa Sheedy. Hey, I'm Sean.
Therese, how you going?
Lovely to meet you.
Come in.
Yes. Nice office you have here.
Thank you. Have a seat.
Yeah.
How you going?
Good, yourself?
Yeah, good. Good.
And you're a psychologist?
Yes.
How
Yes.
long have you been a psychologist for?
It's a good question. I've since 1995.
How did you come into practice of meditation?
Yeah, it came about. I came into it, I suppose, by learning about a therapy called ACT, which is Acceptance and Commitment Therapy. And I've always done some sort of meditation from when I was young, and then I was also, funnily enough, a personal trainer, and I used to take my class through a relaxation meditation at the end of that class. So it's always been a part of me, and I've done yoga for many years. But actually in therapy was when I did a course called Acceptance and Commitment Therapy, and they use mindfulness as one of the strategies of that therapeutic approach. And that just opened me up to, wow, I can actually use this with my clients.
I heard about this man, Matthew Young, who was teaching everyday people how to use meditation to better their lives in the botanical gardens of St Kilda, so I decided to go see what he had to say about the topic. So you're the meditation teacher?
Exactly, yeah. I've been teaching meditation for about 12 years.
Is this with, how did you get drawn to meditation?
I actually am a yoga teacher as well, and with my yoga course I became involved in meditation.
When you said you'd started 10 years before you actually started teaching it, what drew you to sort of...
Yeah, that was, I was in India backpacking, and I didn't go to India in order to meditate. A lot of people do, might have heard of people that go and visit these ashrams and spiritual teachers in India. I didn't know anything about all that by accident in India and Nepal. And someone said to me, you know, when in India, you must be studying yoga. What? Why? But yeah, some little chap convinced me that that'd be a good idea, and I ended up doing 5 hours of yoga a day for about 3 months, and every afternoon we'd do half an hour of meditation. And that's where I got introduced to meditation.
How does meditation sort of help you personally?
I think it actually gives you a slightly altered state of consciousness and a calmness, a mindfulness. It by giving you that sort of slightly altered state of consciousness, I think it's very hard after a meditation session to sort of feel angry or to have those negative thoughts. You're sort of in this neutral, calm space.
Finally, I decided to visit a Buddhist centre where people come daily in order to meditate and relax their minds. With meditation, did you first come to Buddhism or meditation first?
Well, I was looking to do some meditation. I didn't know anything about Buddhism.
And so how did you guys come into meditation, or how did you find out about meditation?
I found out through meditation from having anxiety issues actually. I found it really helpful for dealing with anxiety and stressful situations.
As a result, the research shows that many people from Western developed countries have attracted towards the meditation. Therefore, in this documentary, I want to share the value of the meditation and what are the results people have gained through this. Also, I'd like to encourage the rest of society to do meditation and to experience the peace of mind it can repay us. I suppose, do you think the world would benefit with meditation if everybody meditated in the morning and at night before they went to bed?
Well, there's a lot of evidence to say that everyone benefits now. Scientific evidence shows neurobiology changes in our brain, so we can actually activate different parts of our brain and change the chemistry of our brain by meditation. So there's been a lot of science going into this now that I suppose it's an age-old tradition, but we're now catching up with the Eastern philosophy because we've got science to show that it actually does work.
So with violence and stuff like that, do you think society would be much better off if everybody chose to meditate for 10 minutes every morning?
Sure. I mean, as I said before, this program of meditation works with people within prison systems to be more moderate, more patient, more kind with each other, right? And less recidivism, if that's the right word. In other words, less chances of reoffending. So if it can work for people who might be considered to be at the harder end of town of violence or crime or unsociable activities, if it can work for them, surely it will work for the moderate person.
With the meditation side of things, you're saying that you get the satisfaction from feeling good about buying a new car or something. Do you think you can get that same satisfaction of feeling good just from meditating alone?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, there are states of meditation that, when you get very practiced at meditation, there are mental states that you can access that are, their nature is very blissful. So you actually feel really very, very satisfied and very happy and calm and relaxed. And when your when your practice starts to evolve, then you can achieve these states regularly in meditation.
Moreover, as I said before, when we try to chase the physical happiness rather than the mental peace, not only we have to spend a lot of money, but we also will have to do a lot of commitments. These can lead us to more complicated situations in our lives. As a result, many people will search their solution in bad ways, such as drinking alcohol, smoking, taking drugs. So how would you describe meditation in a sentence or two?
Peace.
So really you're saying that you would probably recommend it for everyone, but a lot of people can't really do it because they don't want to sit with their...
They could do it, but they don't. They're not at a willingness position, place at that time, I would think. I would recommend it for everybody to do.
Coming from having anxiety and having problems and meditation helping that, would you recommend it to people that...
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a really good way of controlling your mind and getting rid of all your thoughts and just being at peace and being able to calm yourself. Definitely.
Definitely. In some ways, I'd say, that they're essential things. You can't just leave those kind of skills to luck to have a really well-functioning society. So yeah, sooner the better, really, that it's taken those skills, emotional literacy, if you like, not just literacy, but emotional literacy. How do you deal with pain? How do you deal with excessive rumination? How do you deal with anxiety, panic, worry, stress, all these things? If we're taught those things, and that I think meditation is a good, or certainly an important part of learning how to cope with those various universal experiences of growing up, of being a human. So yeah.
So we can change interactions, we can change the way we approach the world. Barbara Fredrickson's done a lot of work with positive emotions, that we know that loving kindness meditation or compassion meditation helps people with forgiveness, it helps them with positive emotions, it keeps people focused, it builds community. So there's a whole lot of science now to say that people are better off if they do meditate, and regular meditation is definitely what's needed. If you meditated for, say, 45 minutes on a Sunday, you wouldn't get the benefit of what you would if you did 10 minutes every day.
Without realising this path leads them to even bigger problems. Hence, it would be more useful to look for solutions for the problems in your life through meditation. This is a more effective and cheaper than all of the above ways, and it can teach us to balance our physical and spiritual life. The purpose of my documentary is to explain how they can produce a better man in this society by leading their children towards a balanced lifestyle since their childhood, which is possible through meditation. After meeting with all these interesting characters and getting their view on meditation, it occurred to me that meditation is a powerful tool, not just for society, but also for the individual who uses it. So I guess now it's up to us to go out and see just how powerful meditation is, because if it can change our lives, then it can certainly change society and change the world to make this place a better place. Sean poem, take 1. In the world that we live in today, as individuals and as a society, we are faced with a tremendous amount of problems. Problems like excessive drinking, overeating, drugs, violence. And a lot of these problems are fueled by insecurities, anxieties, and depression. It seems like as a society, we're not doing anything about these problems. In fact, society sometimes fuels these very problems. On my travels, I was told that the best way to heal oneself is through meditation. It was a bit of a mystery to me. It occurred to me that the best person to see would be a monk. So I went to visit Monk Jag at the Buddhist Meditation Center.